Hi, I'm Adam Carney, and I'm a yoga teacher from Chicago.
And hi, I'm Maddie. I'm a yoga teacher from Seattle, Washington.
This is another episode of Guide to Teacher Training. So today we're going to talk about the different styles of teacher training. So just off the top of my head, the styles that are generally available are Ashtanga teacher trainings, Hatha teacher trainings, Vinyasa teacher trainings, Bikram teacher trainings. Now they have these hot yoga teacher trainings. So let's talk about all those. So first let's talk about which one would you recommend, and what do you see with all the various styles?
So I actually, for just comparing my personal practices versus and like the trainings that I've had, I have to say that, and like all biasness aside, Hatha is definitely the most important form of yoga because Hatha is the original form of yoga. Everything else that you hear underneath it comes from Hatha and comes from the original yoga poses.
It can get confusing because all of them derive from Hatha.
Yeah.
And so when you learn Hatha, you kind of see how the others are translations of Hatha that have kind of, but if you never learn Hatha, it always kind of feels confusing because it doesn't feel like you know the roots. Like Hatha is that goes all the way to the traditions of yoga. And so, for me, all these different yoga schools have come out, and over the ages, various yoga masters have invented new styles to kind of work with people where they're at. And now people are incredibly stressed, they're incredibly unhealthy, and so yoga masters like Tabi Joyce and Iyengar had to invent these new styles, but they're all shades of Hatha.
And with Hatha, what I always tell beginners to go to Hatha, because with Hatha Yoga, for example, you will be in Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, and you sit in it for 5 to 10 breaths, and you make all these little tiny adjustments in it so your whole body understands what you're doing, and then you sit with it. So it's one of the strongest ways to get strong, but to also really understand the asana itself, because with other, for example, Vinyasa flow, which I'm a fan of, you are in it for, inhale, exhale, so you're kind of flowing through it, which I love the flow. But if you're actually trying to learn, like for a teacher training, Hatha all the way.
Yeah, and maybe just for the listeners out there who might not know kind of the basis of Hatha is it's generally a slower practice. There's a focus on how you're moving into the pose, so moving into it very gradually, moving out of it very gradually, being very attentive to how you're holding your body and your posture.
Yes.
And I think what you find, the deeper level of yoga is, the deeper understanding of it is revealed, I think, when you watch your body and how you practice in that. You start then moving in the world that way too. You move a little slower, you move more gracefully.
Yes.
And now, taking that standpoint, like, doing a hot yoga or an Ashtanga training, those are hot, those tend to be pretty aggressive on the body.
Yeah,
and they
hot
can
yoga
be very
is
damaging. Ashtanga yoga, it was something that was invented this century by someone who trained with a yoga master, and he the rumor is that he didn't go all the way through the training. He just kind of went off in his own and invented the Ashtanga yoga. And there's I've seen a lot of people get injured in that, and so it
requires a lot of the only days off that Ashtanga practitioners have are new and full moons, because of the gravitational pull, and you're practicing every single
It's
day.
just super intense. The people that I know I have about 3 or 4 friends who've done the Ashtanga training, and it's like
it's intense on the body.
They're just blinded by the intensity, and it's like they couldn't even get into a place of love or ease or enjoyment in their body. There is something good to it. Like for certain people who really need that strength and really need that discipline, like people going through addiction, I actually find that the Ashtanga is really good for them because they need that structure.
It's very like you have your series with Ashtanga, and you don't veer out from the series. So like you were saying, it's a very beautiful way to kind of meditate. Series 1 is the way that it is, and you don't come out of it. So
there's
if you're
no creativity in it.
Yeah, so if you're just trying to meditate and zone out, sometimes I catch myself just doing an Ashtanga flow because I just know what to do, but at the end of the day, it is very hard on your body, and especially for women.
Then lastly, the hot yoga training and the Bikram trainings. What are your thoughts on that?
Just don't do that. So first off, let me just break this down for you real quick. When you're in a hot yoga room, you are not internally warmed up. They are externally heating your body. So you're sweating from the start. And you'll see people staring at themselves in the mirror, going into the fullest expression of this pose, when you're actually not supposed to do it. And there's UV in the, radiation and the heating. There's nothing natural about it, and it's not good for your body
and even if you want to be a hot yoga teacher trainer. None of the hot yoga teachers I know did hot yoga teacher training. It's
No,
totally a
it's
marketing
Hatha.
thing. Yeah, they're all trained in India.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
the teachers who get ahead now are the ones who trained in India and did the traditional style.
Yeah,
because
there's not a specific.
the hot yoga, it's totally a marketing thing. It was invented by Bikram, and he did it. I think he was in like Singapore, or I forgot. He was in somewhere in Asia, and he said he went to the sauna with some of his students. He said, "Oh, they love this. They'll probably pay more for this." So he just put a sauna in his room, and that's how it was invented.
Yeah.
It's really.
It's not natural.
They charge twice as much. Just don't do those trainings.
Take care of yourself.
Yes.
But yes, I hope this cleared some stuff up for you, and just know that the Hatha is the basis
It's
of
a really good way
everything
to go.
with
And then
yoga.
the Vinyasa generally is the next step in Hatha, where you work it into more of a flow. So a lot of the
Yeah.
trainings that are, like our training is rooted in Hatha, but you work into, once you establish that understanding of how to be in the postures, then you work into more of a flow. So
Yeah.
those go together really nicely, the Hatha
Yeah,
Vinyasa.
they complement each other very well.
Yep.
Very well.
Well, this has been another episode. Thank you for listening. Hope that helped. Namaste.
Okay.